Hello and welcome back to 7th Ground Tarot. My name's Louise and today I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you. So I don't actually know what this is going to be about, so we're going to find out in a second. Just going to finish shuffling here. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here, and if you're returning or you're a subscriber, I really appreciate you being here. Okay. So what is it that my collective needs to know? Things are starting to turn around for you. There was some sort of ending here that happened. I feel like maybe you put an end to something with something that you spoke into existence. Because there was some sort of experience that you kept having again and again that you no longer want to experience. And so you decided, I'm going to say, with my words that I want this to stop happening. I'm going to manifest a different experience for myself. And so you started to do this. And you're currently in a state of merging a bunch of different kinds of ideas from your previous experience. And it's bringing in something here for you. What is the Two of Cups? Could you please clarify? Something here that's making you feel like, I've got a piece of the puzzle that I was missing before. It feels different. It feels different from what you used to experience. So you know you're on the right path. You feel like you're in a state of accepting things now rather than having to deny them because they didn't fit into your life. So now things are starting to really flow into your life. You're in your feminine energy right now. I'm getting very heavily. You're in your feminine. You just sit, wait, and accept. So it's like this flow state that you have reached. You could have recently left some sort of really toxic environment. We're getting the Tower here. So something that was really unstable is now either being currently taken out of your life or has already left your life due to, you saying that you no longer want it in your life. Yes, we get an Ace of Cups in reverse. So whatever this was caused you a lot of pain and suffering. And it wasn't fair to you. It wasn't fair to you, and you were fair to it. Because we have the Queen of Swords, and that's like total Libra energy to me. And the Libra is, they're very fair, and they always want justice for everyone who's involved. They want everybody to come out a winner. If it's called for. And I feel like in this case, someone came out the loser, or some situation came out a loser because of how they acted in a situation, or maybe how they were treating you. So maybe like a job or something, or it could have been like a specific relationship in your life, or maybe it was a cycle. I'm getting very heavily that this was like a cycle, because we have death. And Queen of Swords and death is like something that was inevitable, as well as the Tower. Because the Tower it's shaky foundation. So whatever it was that maybe you were investing in, like, it was built to fail. It was like one person was investing and the other person was standing back. Or this could be you were investing into a job and the job wasn't giving back as much as you were giving to it. Like you were giving 110% and the other party, whatever it was giving nothing. And you had to make an executive decision. So you're definitely in this power position right now in your life where, because we're getting words like executive, right? So I feel like you're definitely in, and you did get the Magician. You're in this power position in your life right now where you're able to make these final straw decisions. And it could feel like there's a lot of stuff collapsing in your life. Like you're losing a lot of things. Five of Cups, Hermit, and Empress in reverse. You're really searching your soul at the moment to see what things are taking away from your soul, from your growth. I'm getting heavily, what is taking away from your growth? What is making you sad? What is taking you in the opposite direction than what you want to go into? One that is fruitful and abundant and happy and free-flowing. One that makes you feel like you're sparkling every single day. And just being the person that you were put here to be. And you're following the rules. This is the thing that a lot of people don't realize about what you're doing right now. The ones that are, they don't realize that you're following some sort of rule system that's already put in place. You're simply taking the steps that you need to take in order to reach this abundance. And you're doing the hard things. You're doing the things that a lot of people don't feel empowered enough to do. A lot of people, when they see what you're doing, they feel very insecure. And so they feel the need to keep you small. But they can't keep you small because of where you've reached in your life. There's a little bit of, not a little bit, there's a lot of envy around you right now. Because you're living this unbothered energy where you're feeling very empowered. You're feeling very able to present people your gifts and give to people freely. It's like you're flowing. Like this cup is overflowing. Your cup is overflowing. But you're being very discerning with who you give to. And I feel like this need to just breathe right now. You could be feeling like you have a lot on your plate, like you're very anxious at the moment. So why is my collective feeling very anxious right now? I feel like it's because you have a lot of stuff coming in for you. You have a lot of stuff coming in for you, and in order to make the changes that you need to make to step into this new abundant timeline, it's like it's taking a lot out of you, this transition period. Switching your energy from one thing to another. Becoming this new person is no easy task. In fact, I feel like this is the hardest thing you've ever done. It's requiring every single skill that you have gained up until this point, as well as collaborating with trusted people. And making you really have to let your guard down to the right people. And so this isn't easy for you. Sorry. I just knocked my camera. I don't know if you saw that. Oh, okay. So You could feel like time is running out for you. But I feel like it's not that. I feel like you're doing everything at the right time because you're so rebellious against what other people expect of you. You've reached this point where you don't really care about what people expect of you. You're just going to do it because you question everything. If something's taught to you, yes, you're going to learn it, but only if it's something that you feel applies to you. Only if it's something that touches a deep part of your psyche. Like, you don't just accept anything. You've understood, I don't know, that there's that saying, they understood the assignment, right? Well, you're certainly understanding the assignment. And you go above and beyond when it comes to, like, anytime your intuition tells you to do something, I'm hearing that you go above and beyond. So that's what your spirit team wants you to know, that they see the effort that you're putting in. And because of this, they're giving you luck. 11:44 as I look at the clock. That's just an additional number you might be able to look up, or maybe you're seeing 11:44. There's this thing that happens to me when I'm on the right path or I'm in a transition period, and I'll see a lot of synchronistic numbers. So I'll see like 11:33, and then I'll look at the clock again, and it'll be 11:44, and then it'll be 11:55, and then it'll repeat. If you know what I mean. But it's like, it's non-stop. Like, you just see so many numbers. So maybe this is what you're experiencing right now. Could you please give more advice? You're feeling a bit suspicious over something that appears too good to be true. Or something that is pretending to be too good to be true. It could be an offer that's coming in for you. That's trying to offer itself up as something that makes your life better. And the thing is that bribery doesn't work on you, because you know that there's a lot of motives behind just giving to people. It's very rare that people just give to give. Pride in the reverse. And so this is like selfish giving. There could be something around, like, I don't know why, but I'm getting like something about like Christmas. So maybe like your boss or someone is going to be giving you, so I'm getting like almost like a superior energy, where they're like giving down. I don't know why I got that. Yeah. Communication. So I'm curious about that. I'm just gonna grab my cards here. Let's see. What's going on with this pride and light here? Could you tell me what is important about this? Ooh, not taking the offer. This is a false offer. It's a false offer in order to create some sort of communication, in order to maybe get some sort of like something out of you. I don't know if it's emotional. I don't know what it is, but there's whatever it is. Maybe it's this job that's trying to get something out of you. There's some sort of motive behind it. And Spirit is telling you not to take that, because it's like sowing seeds that aren't really seeds. They're, oh, okay, so you know how like apples, the seeds inside have like a little bit of arsenic? I think it's arsenic, right? Well, that's a poison, right? And that's kind of like what I'm getting. It's like, yes, it's a seed, but if you eat it, it's poisonous. So whatever this offer is not true, and it's toxic, it's poisonous. It's something that's meant to, pardon me, cause some sort of disruption in your life. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and it's not going to work. Because this is, you'll be able to see right through it, essentially, as like some sort of form of manipulation, some sort of form of strategic, a strategic tactic, basically. So I get that you're on this, and there's no point in worrying about this. There's also like a little mini message here to take care of yourself. Maybe you have to take a shower, like I do. I definitely have to wash my hair, so this could be a message for me too. But take more care of yourself right now. Don't be so hard on yourself, because you're going through a transition period. It is messy. It is it's destructive. It's very hard to go through. So maybe taking more time to cleanse yourself spiritually, physically, psychologically. Do things that bring you enjoyment, and don't be so hard on yourself. Speak to yourself the way that you would somebody who, well, if you were outside of yourself, how would you speak to you? Like, how would you speak to your friend if they were going through what you're going through, or feeling the things that you're feeling? And take your time with this. Take your time with this transition, because it's going to take a little bit of time to change into and sprout into this new lucky time period. And I've also got like some symbolism here. You know when we harvest Christmas trees for Christmas, and they're not really like fully grown trees. I guess a tree is never really fully grown, but they're like basically baby trees. And there's almost like a message here of like, don't harvest something before it's ready. Allow something to like fully develop, and water it every day. And eventually it'll grow for you, and it'll constantly be giving to you. And it'll be very consistent. It'll be very, it'll be like the saying, like money grows on trees. Like there's that saying of like money doesn't grow on trees, but for you, it seems like it will. In a sense, something that you've tapped into here. It's supposed to give you a lot of money. And it's because it comes from you tapping into your intuition about what path to take. Two of Wands. And the High Priestess. You're utilizing the different sides of yourself. I feel like you're going really inward right now. You're in a shadow period. And that's why things seem so like mucky and dark and undecided almost right now. You don't know what to say yes to just yet. But there is something coming in here for you. What's coming in here for my collective? is coming in here for my collective? You know, on The Price is Right, I know I've referenced it before, but you know, on The Price is Right, they have that curtain. And then whenever they reveal what's behind the curtain, it's like this like crazy prize, like a boat or a car. I feel like you're about to see something like that, like a rare opportunity that it's literally like a choice between like one amazing thing or like another amazing thing. And it's like either way you win. So right now is not the time to be making choices. Right now is the time to like kind of dig inwards. And you did get the Hermit earlier, so that makes sense. Because there's indecision here around something. And you can't see something. And you're kind of being protected by your intuition. So there's something that you haven't yet understood about your next step. Are we allowed to know what to do next for my collective here? It's inevitable that you'll find out what it is. Got the Five of Swords. It's going to take a little bit of you know, usually that card is usually pretty negative for me, but for some reason I feel like it's a positive for you. Like you're going to win. You're going to win in whatever situation it is that you're in right now. It's going to change for the better. And although things are dark right now, things will slowly start, like the sun will slowly start to rise. And maybe you're feeling like very down right now. I know I've been feeling kind of down lately because of, you know, the change in seasons. It's partly why I haven't been like posting as much lately. I don't know if you're watching this like during the time period that I'm posting it, but I had like a few days here where I didn't post anything because I've been feeling so down. So maybe maybe it's winter right now when you're watching it, or 23:32 when I'm looking at the clock. Or maybe you're just going through like a depressive episode or something like that. If you have some sort of like strategic thing that you do that helps you get out of those, I would definitely recommend doing that. Like maybe I don't suffer from that, so I'm not really sure what you would do. But definitely take care of yourself, like we were mentioning before. Do the things that are just basic self-care things, like, you know, trying to brush your teeth every day and like drink enough water. Yeah, I'm not sure what to recommend there, but I would definitely say try to get the proper support that you need. 222 could be really showing up for you lately because you got 222. Now you have the Two of Pentacles. And you're missing the Two of Cups. No, you're not. You actually got all the twos. You got the Two of Cups in the very beginning of the reading. There's definitely a decision coming in here for you. It's like do I go left or do I go right? Could you tell me more about this, Spirit? What about this left or right? So the reason that you would go for left, I'll tell you the two choices here. The reason why you would go left is because of familiarity. You feel sort of welcome with this grouping of people. Maybe it's very familiar, maybe it's a job. I'm getting heavily that this is a job. So it's a job that you're used to doing. You have a group of people that you know. You don't necessarily like super click with them. But you all know each other and you do the same job and it's like somewhat enjoyable. It's okay. And then choice 2 is you go at it alone. Things aren't really, you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you really enjoy it and it's really exciting to you. It's a new part of who you are. It requires you to explore and challenge yourself. And it might require a lot of sacrifice in the beginning. And, like we said, like you have to start going at it alone. You don't know anyone who does this. You would literally be going at it alone. In the first one, the first choice, you feel like you're kind of stuck. But you realize that you don't have to stay there. But you do kind of feel stuck if you go back there. Because this is all like self-imposed limitations. It's like, well, like I'm already at this thing and I've already got a reputation for doing it and I guess I will go and do it. But it kind of doesn't pay the best, or maybe it makes me feel kind of not the best doing this. Maybe it also makes you feel like your worth is lowered going back to this. And the second thing really challenges you because there's a lot of self-regulation that happens in the second journey. There's a lot of needing to take on these characteristics of strength and like going inwards and really like balancing out, okay, should I do this thing? Should I not do this thing? And using your intuition to make the right decisions and balance that with strategy and compromise and not over investing in like too early. I feel like the second path is like an entrepreneur's path, and the first path is going back to some sort of job that you've been at for a while. So could you tell us what the, not correct, but which path would make my collective happiest? Because that's what we want to know. Which path would make my collective happiest? I do have a sense that I already know the answer. But I guess it depends on you. It depends on what you like. It depends on if you're okay with the downsides of each. That's what it depends on. The downsides of the first one is that you're going to forever feel capped off and limited to some extent because your time is going to be sold for money. That's why we got the time earlier. And maybe you're getting up there in age where you're like, well, I want to do something with my life. And so the second chance, I wasn't going to say that. This could be like a window of time that you're seeing where it's like, I could do this thing, but will I? And the second one feels very much like very challenging, very difficult. But when you get to the end of it, you have, and not even the end of it, but when you get past a certain point, like the learning curve is what I was going to say. When you get past the learning curve of whatever it is that you choose here on this second path, it becomes an easy ride. So the only way that I can compare this is like, are you going to sacrifice now or do you want to sacrifice later? Because the first path, you're going to be sacrificing later. You're going to look back, probably with a lot of regrets. Sorry to say, but I can see that. Because that's how, I guess maybe I'm projecting onto it. But you could decide for yourself. And the second one, you will probably be very proud of what you've created because it's something that is uniquely you and it comes from the inside. Any final messages, Spirit? Eight of Wands. Interesting. Why Eight of Wands, Spirit? Eight of Wands. We have this stagnant energy. Okay, yeah. Spirit really wants you to take the second path. This is what they're telling me. If you go down this second path, you will succeed over your mind very quickly. That's why you got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a speed card. It is going towards something very quickly. And the Ace of Wands is a very, very powerful card. To me, sometimes this means victory. And in this case, that's what it means. It's victory very quickly. The learning curve isn't going to be as big as you think. And it's actually going to be something that you are naturally good at. As always, I am not a professional, so I can't recommend anything, but from a personal standpoint, as your friend, I would say take a balanced approach. Keep doing what you're doing here on the left and gradually start to invest in this new journey and just try it out. See how it goes. And then you'll have some actual proof to see, hey, this is actually for me. And yeah. And I think that you're going to find a lot of joy in this, in whatever venture it is that you're going down. It's really going to strengthen you and showcase to the world how incredible you are. Okay, well, that was your reading. If you like how I read, I also do personal readings down below, so you'll find my email there. And if this is where I leave off, 33:55, by the way, as I see this, as I finish this reading. If this is where we leave off, I hope you have a good day, good morning, good night, whenever you're watching this reading. Okay, bye!